Yeah, Ms. Pragya, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
I am new to the concept of private university. So, if you could tell me why we should opt for private university and don't go for the regular, like state universities.
So let me talk a little bit about private universities first. Some of the government universities in India are as good, but there are a few of them who are really good. And one of the challenges that we have seen in India over the last few years is because of the kind of education system that the British left us. Many of these universities are, they're old in the way they were designed, and they are very single discipline universities. So, for example, if you want to do commerce, they will the only things that you can do is commerce. You cannot study other disciplines which are today very important for you to understand the world and be valuable in the kind of impact that you can make. So that's one area. Second is, most of our government universities, the challenge also is that education is not really that exciting in most institutions. They, of course, have colleges affiliated to most of these universities. And these colleges, some of them are good colleges. So if you get into a good college, definitely you should look at it. But most of the colleges are private in themselves. At the undergrad level, there are very few institutions which are having courses by themselves. So the private sector was actually something that came up in the 1950s, which allowed universities to start innovating and offering interesting programs. And while they are today a little more expensive than the government university, the kind of preparation that many of these new age universities are doing is significantly superior to some of the old government universities. That said, there are still good public universities also. But as I was mentioning, in Mumbai University, if you're looking at doing BCom, or if you're looking at it doing it in Delhi University or Pune University, chances are that there will be very few government controlled colleges. Most of the colleges will themselves be private. If they are a good institution, then they will be private in themselves. And therefore, you need to look at all the large variety of institutions that are there and explore who's really offering you a thorough, deep understanding and a good course. Now, the second question that you had is also connected to this in a way. You said, if your son or daughter wants to do CA or CMA, how will Ahmedabad University help? So the good news is that our School of Management is actually one of the top destinations for students who are looking at doing a career in management. Many of our students go to top universities worldwide, including to the IIMs. Now, students who are usually doing a CA do not opt for a university. Most of them think that they just need to do a BCom on the side and maybe go to a college which is more like a dummy college, and at the same time maybe take up CA classes. And while that is the more common understanding, the reality is that if you don't make it as a CA, then neither do you have a really good BCom, nor have you become a CA, nor do you have a good BCom, and that puts you at a disadvantage. Now, at Ahmedabad University, what we've done is our BCom professional course is actually for students who want to look at doing the CA. So what we do is it's a rigorous course where students have to attend, where they have to come to college, and they do really deep study in understanding the domain of accounting, while some of them also study by themselves and try to clear the first few stages of CA. And the fourth year is sort of off for students who are doing a CA, because we give them the opportunity to do the articleship in the fourth year. So the fourth year they don't have to come to college, and they will do the articleship, and the articleship gives them certain credits. Similarly, we also have a tie up with ACCA, which is the equivalent of the CA in UK. So students who are coming to Ahmedabad University, they do not need to take 9 of the 13 papers. We have a tie up, and 9 is the highest number of papers that are exempt to any university. So we have that. We've gone through a rigorous evaluation, so students can take BCom professional or even do the Bachelor of Science in Management at Ahmedabad University, and they've already cleared 9 papers of the ACCA, and then they can post the 4-year program, can actually go and do the ACCA, the last 4 papers, and become a CA who's accredited in the UK. That said, one thing I do want to say, most of these private universities which are new age are more expensive than government institutions. So you should do your homework well before choosing.